Hello everyone, this is Jim Lawyer here, tonight with Moonriders Heroica Stage 7 Cap Formentor race. Race will be starting in about 40 seconds. We have about, I think, 7 or 8 riders signed up tonight. Should be a good race. As of right now, we've got S. Adet in the starting line, April Regal, M. Seller, A. Shia, and then the 2 cameras for the coverage of the race tonight. 20 seconds to start. Should be a good race. Got a good climb at the beginning and a good climb at the end. And they're off. S. Adet jumped out to an early lead. Doing a great job in the red zone. Jay Beret is in second. Maria Seller in third. April in fourth. Outstanding job. Pushing hard. Let's take a look at our first place woman rider right now, Maria Seller. Doing a great job. Let's go back to our leader, S. Adet. About a half a mile complete so far. Super flat till we get to the climb. Stefan's doing a great job pushing the wattage, 340, 350 watts. Heart rate still down. Probably zone 2 or 3 for him. Blistering pace right now, almost 26 miles an hour. Let's take a look at our other woman out there on course, April Regal, currently in fourth. Doing a great job. We'll take a look at our live rider cam. April. And Stefan is on tonight. Great job, Stefan. Glad you're on there. And we're watching him in the main feed right there. Pedaling hard, doing a great job. Back to our main feed. Watching Stefan. 300 watts. Doing a great job, Stefan. Keep pushing. Gonna take a look at our second and third place riders right now. Jay Beret and Maria Seller riding together right now. About a little over a mile in, still in the flats. Awesome effort. Back to our leader. He's got almost a 2/10 of a mile lead on second and third right now. Outstanding job by Stefan. Pushing hard. Right now, Stefan is in first. Jay Beret is in second. Maria Seller in third. April Regal in fourth. Stefan is about a little over a mile and a half in. 12 to go. Got some good racing back for second and third going on right now between Maria and Jay Beret. Maria's holding her own back there behind him. Doing a little drafting, saving a little wattage. Pushing hard. Keep it going, Maria. Back up front with Stefan. Great effort, great job. A little over 2 miles in for Stefan. A little under 12 to go. And a little downhill before we start to climb. Great racing here tonight. You're watching live coverage of Heroica Stage 7 on B Cycling News. Let's go back and take a look at second and third place in our race view. We got Maria Seller and Jay Beret racing hard, screaming past the camera at 22 miles an hour. Let's go back up front to our leader, Stefan. Let's take a look at his live rider display. Pushing hard, doing a great job, Stefan. See April's live display also. She's doing a great job, currently in 4th place right now. Pushing hard. Back up front with Stefan. Almost 3 miles down, getting ready to start the climb. Stefan's in the climb, almost a 5% grade right now. Putting out the wattage, almost 500 watts. Hovering right around 400 right now. Heart rate's coming up, working hard. Great job, Stefan. Let's go back to our second place rider, Jay Beret. Getting ready to start to climb. He's in the 5% area right now, doing a great job. Again, 300 watts plus, doing a great job. In the red zone right now. Let's drop back and look at Maria. Well, we'll go back up front with Stefan for a second. Still in a 5%. Heart rate's coming up, 400 wattage. Our area, doing a great job, pushing those legs hard, coming up this climb. Now let's go back and take a look at Maria. In the 8% climb area right now, 9%, doing a great job. Putting out the wattage, heart rate coming up. Let's drop back and take a look at April. Doing a great job. Hanging in there with our two cam riders. Pushing hard. Getting ready to start the climbing. Back up front with our leader, Stefan. 7% climb right now. Pushing hard. Again, you're watching live coverage of the Heroica Stage 7 tonight on V-Cycling News. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let's take a look at our live rider display. Stefan down there doing a great job, great effort. April's hitting the hard part of the course, the climb, pushing hard. Watching Stefan on the main screen there. 340 watts. A little under 4 miles in, 10 to go. We really appreciate Stefan and April for giving us our live rider feeds. If you're racing and want to join in, private message me on Facebook and we'll get you hooked up. The more the merrier. And if you want to join in the races, go to rgt.com, download the free app, sign up for free, and then go to the events tab and look for the Heroica series and join in. We always can use more riders in the American time slot. Go back up front with Stefan. Change our camera angle a little bit. A little bit better picture of Stefan riding up that climb. A little over 6% climb right now. Let's go back to our first place woman, Maria. 7% climb right now. A little under 4 miles in, 10 to go. Doing a great job. Heart rate up there. 160. She's really working. Pushing hard. Jump up to our second place rider, Jay Beret, Canadian rider. Again, in about an 8% climb right now. Pushing out the wattage. Nice cadence by Jay Beret, up in the 90s. Spinning those legs, working it. Heart rate way up there in the high 170s. You can tell he's pushing hard. Back up front with Stefan. 8% climb right now. Doing a great job. Hovering right around that 350 wattage range. Heart rate up there in zone 1, close to 160. He's a little under 4.5 miles in, 9.4 to go. Awesome effort by all our racers tonight. And you're watching live coverage on V-Cycling News of the Heroica Stage 7. Every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be covering live. Next will be Stage 8 next Thursday. And again, feel free to sign up and join in on the fun. You don't have to be a pro, you can be a beginner and still have an enjoyable time racing against all these other folks. Stefan's in about a 6% climb right now, doing a great job. Still hovering right around 350 watts. Pretty consistent on his wattage tonight. Heart rate still up there, zone 1 area, 160-ish. Back to our second place rider, Jay Beret, Canadian rider. Again, great cadence by him. Turning those circles on those pedals. Heart rate way up there, close to 180. You can tell he's pushing hard, climbing this nice climb we have tonight. Overall average for the course, I believe, is 5% average climb. Right now, he's close to 9%. Outstanding effort by all our riders. Back up front with Stefan. Getting close to 5 miles in. Go back to our second and third place riders. Maria, right there with Jay Beret. Awesome effort. Maria's probably got a little advantage on these climbs due to a weight. And she's an excellent climber also. Putting out the watts per kilogram. And that's where a lighter rider that still can put out the power can take advantage on the climbs. Doing a great job, all of our riders tonight. Pushing hard. Go back up front with Stefan. Almost to the top of the first climb. Stefan's going to crest here shortly. Then it's downhill for quite a bit. And you can see that at the bottom on the elevation profile down there at the bottom. Doing a great job. And he's over the top. Still pushing though. As he crested, he kind of backed off. But now pushing back. Doing a great job. 32 mile an hour down this hill. Pushing hard. Doing a great job, Stefan. Back to our second place rider right now, Maria. Has opened up about a 100-yard lead over third place, Jay Beret. Doing a great job, Maria. Keep it going. Putting out the wattage. Heart rate up there, 160s. Doing a great job. Really working climbing this hill. A little over 4.5 in, 9-ish to go for Maria. Again, live coverage provided by V Cycling News tonight on the Heroica Stage 7 race. It's a best 8 out of 12 race series. At the beginning of next week's live coverage, we'll look at the standings and see where everybody's at overall for the race series. Maria's doing great. Let's go back up front with Stefan. Still on the downhill, 7% downhill. Pushing almost 40 miles an hour down this hill. Doing a great job, Stefan. go back to April in 5th place or 4th place right now. We're going to skip the B Cycling News Cam 1 rider. She's doing an excellent job. Let's check out the live rider display. Her and Stefan doing a great job tonight. She's still climbing that hill, pushing hard. Go back up front with Stefan. A little over 7 miles in, 6.5 to go for Stefan. Commanding lead right now. 2 miles in front of 2nd place Maria, who is our 1st place woman right now. Excellent job by all tonight. Keeping it going. Live coverage, B Cycling News tonight. Stefan's getting into a little climbing area that gradually climbs up towards the high point. Then we've got some down rollers going down to the finish. Let's go back and take a look at 3rd place, Jay Beret, on the downhill section right now. Almost 40 mile an hour, pushing hard. 250, 300 watts. Excellent job. Back up front with Stefan. %7 climb right now for Stefan, doing a great job. Pushing hard. Let's watch Jay Beret going down this hill. 35 mile an hour right now. Pushing hard. Get the camera view in behind him. Pushing hard, doing a great job tonight. All of our riders are. Back up front with Stefan. Back to our 2nd place, Maria. Outstanding effort by Maria tonight. Currently in 2nd place in tonight's Heroica Stage 7. Seven miles in for Maria. A little under 7 to go. Back up front with Stefan. He's about 8 2/10 in. 5.5 to go. Excellent job, all of our racers tonight. Pushing hard. Stefan's coming up on 8.5 in. 5, a little under 5.5 to go. About half the climbing feet in for Stefan. Still got about another 800 feet to go to reach the course elevation of about 1,600 feet climb. Back to Maria. Second place rider. About 7.5 in. A little over 4/10 to go. Doing a great job tonight, Maria. Back up front with Stefan. Go back to our third place rider, Jay Beret. Awesome job tonight. Pushing hard in the beginning sections of this steady climb. Let's go to our live rider display with April and Stefan. Awesome. Pushing hard. Back up front with Stefan. Stefan's a little over 9 miles in with a little under 5 miles to go in tonight's Heroica Stage 7. Currently our first place rider, Canadian rider, Stefan Audette. Second place, U.S. rider, Maria Seller. Third place, Canadian Jay Beret. Fourth place, American April Regal. Awesome effort tonight by all of our riders. Stefan's still pushing hard, upwards of almost 500 watts. Coming down into a little roller downhill right now. About a negative 1% descent right now. Doing a great job. Pushing hard. Keeping it going. Let's go back and take a look at Maria right now. A little over 8 miles in, a little under 6 miles to go for Maria. It looks like we have a problem with Maria. We've lost Maria's feed. She may have had technical issues on her end. Let's go back up front with Stefan. Hopefully Maria can join back up. Not only can we have bicycle mechanicals, we can have internet mechanicals on virtual riding. So that pushing hard. 400 wattage. Climbing is 12% right now. Pushing hard. Heart rate coming back up into the 150s. Check out our live rider display. As we're watching Stefan and April on their live rider displays. Again, if you're taking part in the series, this one or our Tuesday night NorCal live coverage, get in touch with me on Facebook And we'll get you hooked up to have your live rider display on the live feed. Back up front with Stefan. Second place rider, Jay Beret. 9 miles in, a little over 5 to go for Jay Beret. Doing a great job. Holding around 250, 300 wattage. On a slight incline of 2% right now. Pushing hard. Back up front with Stefan. Let's go back and take a look at April as she heads down the hill. 300 watts. Wow. Really in the red zone. Trying to make up a little time right now. Pushing hard. Doing a great job. 30 mile an hour, negative 4%. Back up front with our race leader, Stefan Audette. Watching live coverage of tonight's Heroica Stage 7. Watching our leader right now, Stefan Audette, live on V-Cycling News. Second place, Jay Beret. And unfortunately, Maria had a technical issue, it looks like, and dropped out. She was doing great, though. She was holding second place. Stefan's in a downhill right now, getting ready to do a little bit more climbing right now. 3% climb now, 4. Wattage coming up, heart rate coming up for Stefan. Watching live coverage of tonight's race on V-Cycling News. Like and subscribe, please. Catch this and a lot more action from other races across the world. And this is the American edition of the Heroica series. Every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch it live on V-Cycling News. Stefan's doing a great job tonight. Pulled out to an early lead and has held it. Right now he's about 1.5 miles in front of Jay Beret, fellow Canadian rider. In a climbing area right now. Almost to the top of this long, steady climb. And then we'll get into some downhills and some little uphill rollers. And then a downhill before a tough climb right at the finish. A little over 11 miles in. A little under 2.5 to go for Stefan. Let's go back and take a look at our second place rider right now, Jay Beret, Canadian rider. In the 12% climb area, pushing hard. Heart rate way up there in zone 1, almost 180. Putting out the wattage, but great cadence by him. Shows what kind of cyclist he really is. High cadence and good wattage. Outstanding, Jay Beret. Let's go back up front with our leader, Stefan. Getting into that little downhill right now. 3% downhill right now. Getting his speed up to close to 30 miles an hour. Still putting out the wattage though, 200 plus. Great job, pushing hard. Stefan taking advantage of the downhill section right now. Gonna have a little small uphill section coming up. Then another little flat downhill area. Another little up. Then a good down right before the finish where there's a good climb. Stefan's a little over 12 miles in, a little over 1.5 miles to go. To hit the course elevation, he's got about 200 more feet of climbing, which mainly comes all at the end. Back to our second place rider, Jay Beret. In an 8% climb area, doing good. Doing a great job. Back up front with our race leader. %7 right now for Stefan. But in the red zone, the hurt zone on the wattage, upwards of 500 watts. Great job, Stefan. It's unfortunate Maria had a technical issue and dropped out. She was holding strong second place. Hope everything is okay. You're watching live coverage of Heroica Stage 7 American Edition by Moonriders on V Cycling News. Stefan's got a little over 1 mile to go to the finish, doing a great job. Coming up to another little climb, then he'll be on a downhill before the last and final climb. In the red zone for Stefan. 8%, 9% climb. Very short in duration climb. Then we'll hit a good downhill. Speed will come up. And hopefully you can carry some of that speed into the next climb before the finish. A little over 0.8 of a mile to go for Stefan. In the downhill right now. Doing a great job. 8% descent. 9% descent. Almost 40 mile an hour for Stefan. Let's take a look at the live rider display and see how he's doing there. Nice and steady. Looking good, Stefan. About halfway through this final descent. A little over a half mile to go for Stefan in tonight's Heroica Stage 7 American Edition. 0.4 to go. Getting ready to hit that last and final climb. Doing an awesome job, as all of our riders, racers tonight have done. Right into almost a 9-10% climb. It's a short one, but it's a tough one. Stefan's upwards of 500 watts. Pushing hard. In the red zone on his watts per kilogram. Eased off a little bit on the climb. Back upwards of 5%. Pushing hard. A little over 1/10 to go for Stefan. Back into a good climb. 5%, 6%. Getting ready to come to the finish for Stefan. Watching our first place rider come across the finish line in about 100 yards in tonight's Stage 7 Heroica Series American Edition race. Beautiful view back towards the water there. And congratulations, Stefan. Great job. Back to our second place rider, Jay Beret. Jay Beret's got a little over 2.5 miles to go to the finish. We'll be on the podium, though, doing a great job tonight. Gonna hold that second place in tonight's Stage 7 Heroica Series by Moonriders, live on V-Cycling News. Let's take a look at the live rider display. There's Stefan. Congratulations, Stefan, on your great win tonight. Awesome job, awesome effort. April's doing a great job up there. Let's take a look at her. Only woman left in the race right now, as Maria had a technical issue and dropped. Back to Jay Beret, our second place rider right now. Watching Jay Beret, our second place rider tonight. Stage 7 Heroica. Doing a great job. Watching live coverage of tonight's race on V-Cycling News. Watching our second place rider right now. A little over 2 miles to go for Jay Beret, Canadian rider. Our winner in tonight's race was Stefan Audette. Congratulations to him on a great win. Impressive effort by all of our riders tonight. Again, you're watching live coverage tonight of Heroica Stage 7 on V-Cycling News. We're live every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the American edition of this race series. Best 8 out of 12. Stage 8 will be next Thursday night. Be sure to join us back live. Watch the great racing. A little over a mile and a third, 3/10 to go for Jay Beret. Steady on the wattage right now, around 250, 300. Awesome effort. Heart rate way up there. Cadence still excellent, up in the 90s. A little over a mile to go for Jay Beret to the finish line. Awesome job tonight from Canadian rider Jay Beret. Will come in second on tonight's Stage 7 Heroica American Edition Series race. He's coming up to the downhill area before the climb to the finish. Let's go back to our live rider cam. See how April's doing. Doing a great job. Pushing hard. In a little climb area, I can tell. Shifting that bike. Back up to our front runner, second place rider, Jay Beret. A little over half mile to go, 7/10. On the downhill area, 9% decline. Pushing hard, 40 mile an hour speed right now. Awesome. Gonna be our second place finisher tonight, Jay Beret, Canadian rider, in 4/10 of a mile. %9 climb right now, pushing hard, 300 watts. Getting close to that finish line, 2/10 of a mile. Awesome job by all of our racers. 2 tenths left for Jay Beret. 300 watts. Hit 400 there. Doing a great job. Impressive cadence by Jay Beret. Still 96. A little over 1/10 to go. And you'll see our second place finisher come across the line in a little over 150 yards. $80 yards for our second place finisher, Canadian Jay Beret. There he comes across the finish line. Congratulations, Jay Beret. Second place finish. Back to April in third. A little over 4 miles to go for April. Doing a great job tonight. Watching April. Gonna be our third place finisher, first place woman. On the long, steady climb now. A little under 4 miles to go for April. Doing a great job. Stay with her to the finish. You're watching live coverage tonight of Stage 7 Heroica American Edition on V-Cycling News. Had a great race night. First place went to Stefan Audette. Second to Jay Beret. And if everything holds out, third will go to April Regal. Pushing hard. Almost a 5% climb right now for April. A little over 3.5 to go for April. Doing a great job. Eight percent climb right now for April. Pushing hard. Keeping it going. Doing a great job tonight. Keeping it going, April. Doing a great job. Pushing hard. A little over 3 miles to go left for April. Gonna come across in third place tonight. April's still on this climbing section, 7% climb. Pushing hard, doing a great job. Gonna get a little relief here shortly on a little downhill section before she climbs again to the top of this long climb before the downhill to the finish climb. April's pushing hard. Beautiful view off her left shoulder, your right, down the hillside to the water. On this long, steady climb towards the finish. April's getting close to a little reprieve, a little downhill before a little bit more climb towards the top of this long, steady climb tonight. A little over 3 miles to go for April. Take a look at the live rider display. There she is on the trainer. Great job tonight. A little over 3 miles to go for April, doing a great job. Almost to a little downhill section where she'll pick up some speed. 3% climb right now. Easing off 1%. And then she's going to be in a little downhill. There she goes. In the downhill. Back to our live rider. Picking up speed, going down the hill. 20 mile an hour right now. She's got one more climbing area before the downhill to the finish climb. A little under 3 miles to go for April. Awesome effort by April tonight. Gonna come across in third place tonight. in Heroica Stage 7, American Edition, live on V-Cycling News. A little under 3 miles to go for April. In a climbing section right now, a little under 4% climb for April. Pushing hard. .4% climb right now. Gonna get a little bit steeper here shortly. As soon as she rounds this bend, the incline will increase for a very brief period. Pushing hard, keeping it going. A little over 2.5 to go for April. Pushing to that finish. And a third place night in Heroica Stage 7. 7% right now, pushing hard. .200 watts, come on, push. Gonna ease off on the climb a little bit. Almost to the top. Then we've got the downhill rollers to the finish climb. 2.5 to go for April. U.S. rider April Regal doing a great job tonight in Stage 7. Currently in third position. Great job tonight. We want to congratulate our first place rider tonight, Stefan Audette. Second was Jay Beret. And if everything holds out, April will come across in third. In a tough little climbing area again by April. Almost to the top, and then she'll be into the downhill section with some rollers before the finish climb. Hitting that little steep climb right now, 6%-ish. Pushing hard. Keeping it going. Again, the platform that you're watching them ride on is RGT Cycling. Go there and download the free app. Join for free. And you too could be in this race. All you need is a bike and a smart trainer. And you'd be racing with these guys and gals. April's in the downhill section now. Picking up speed, 22 miles an hour. Gotta pick up some speed and carry it through these rollers. A little over 2 miles to go for April. Doing a great job. Pushing hard. And if you can't tell, April's favorite color is purple. A little over 23 miles an hour right now, 25. Pushing hard, up in the red zone for April. Great watts per kilogram, pushing hard. 30 miles an hour on this short downhill section. Great effort. A little over 1.5 miles to go for April. 11% downhill. $25 mph. Doing great. Gonna come up to one of these little climbs for the rollers coming up. Pushing hard. Climb's gonna increase steadily for a short period. Gonna get steep for a second and then back to flat and down. A little over 1.5 miles to the finish for April. You're watching live coverage of the finish of Heroica Stage 7 American Edition live on B-Cycling News. In a tough part of the climb right now, 8% climb. Pushing hard. After this little climb, she'll have a little flat, then a downhill. Keeping it going, April. Doing a great job tonight. A little over 5%. Awesome effort tonight by April. In a steady 1.5, 2% climb right now. A little over 1 mile and 3/10 to go to the finish for April. Live rider display. Get to see her on the trainer. Back to the main feed. Nice little downhill section before another little climb, short, steep climb, then a nice downhill to the finish climb. A little over 1 mile to go. Pushing hard towards the finish. Can taste that finish line now. 1 mile to go for April. Pushing hard up this incline. 9% climb right now. Pushing hard. Great job. A little under 1 mile to go. Getting close to that nice little downhill. Almost to the top of this little climb. Then she's got a nice downhill to the finish climb. Gonna push hard down that hill. A little over 9/10 to go for April. Excellent job tonight. 8/10. She's now in the downhill section. Gonna push hard. 7/10 to go. Picking up speed on this downhill. Getting ready for that last climb. 31 miles an hour right now. Almost 10% down. In the red zone again. 200 plus watts. Almost 300 for April. Nice cadence on this downhill. Tearing it up. Heart rate coming up. Pushing hard. 1/2 mile to go. 40 plus mile an hour for April. Tremendous sprint here at the finish. Getting ready to do the climb to the finish. 3/10 to go. And we're going to watch the finish of Heroica Stage 7 with our third place rider going to be coming across the finish line in a little over 3/10 into that steep last little climb. 10%, 9%. Short and steep. Not a nice thing to do to these racers. Right at the finish. But that's racing. 2/10 to go for April. Awesome job tonight. Looking behind Cam. Watching her climb this 10% incline right now. Pushing hard. %, 2/10 left. Gonna flatten out a little bit. 2%, 2/10 to go for April. Great job tonight. Gonna come across and be our third place finisher on the podium tonight, April Regal. First place, Stefan Audette. Second, Jay Beret. Third, April Regal. In under a 1/10 of a mile, April will finish. Pushing hard. Real steep section, 13, 10%. Almost the finish.
Almost the finish.
April's got about 100 yards to finish. Doing a great job tonight. Pushing hard to the finish. 90 yards. Little sprint here. Got a nice little tight turn, and April comes across in third place. Great job. Again, you've been watching live coverage of the Moonriders Tour Heroica Stage 7 tonight, American edition, on V Cycling News. Thanks for watching. Join us next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Stage 8. Have a great night.